So then, we all heard the disappointing news, we all watched the match. This is going to be a little talk video from the end of the season thoughts. It's not going to be a whole video, I just want to do the thoughts of not getting European football. If you've been watching the TikToks and following the Instagram, I've been on holiday. Got some messages and that, people got to Tenerife, people wanting another crack. I had a really good time. If you want to go and see the TikTok, link in the description. I based on like everyday thing, as you can see. I'm a bit red there, but it'll do. Turn into tan will be sound for Iron Up in a couple of weeks. But Newcastle United, obviously, it was the last day of my holiday, which was kind of shit as well. So it was day 6. My flight was at 9:30. The game kicked off at 3, so obviously I could watch the game in the hotel, which I did. And Man United obviously won. Deserved winners. Man City were way off it. Obviously they hit the bar and Doku scored towards the end. But if anyone watched that game, you will understand that Man United deserved it, every second of it. Every second of that game they defended so well, and I think they actually played for the manager, which was a bit scary because obviously apparently he's getting sacked, and obviously I think it was a bit shocking the way they went on with it. Obviously I don't like Man United, never have, never will, but I don't think they should have went on like that. They shouldn't be sitting there going, oh we're going to sack you before an FA Cup final and then off your pop. I don't think that's how it works. I think you should let him do his job. If they get beat at the final, then let him be, let him go away. But speaking more on the Man United situation, I know it's about Newcastle, but 10 Hag's won 2 trophies in 2 years. Obviously beating us in the final in the Carabao Cup, and then beating Man City in the FA Cup. I don't think that's getting spoken about enough. Arsenal have not won a trophy in recent times. Leicester have won a trophy quicker than Arsenal. Obviously I know I can't speak about trophies because we've not won in 69 years, but it's a funny old one. But Man United deserved winners, and that means they'll play European football. Then that means 6 goes to conference, and then obviously us finishing 7th means we're getting out. So we'll look at the negatives of the situation. Negatives are there's no European football, which some fans are saying it's a good thing. We don't want to be playing in the conference, but from us content creators' view, it means we miss out on matches to go to. We miss out on content to create. It's a way to grow the channel. That's the way I thought of it straight away. I'm sitting there going, way the Champions League helped my channel massively. Obviously, one of the most viewed videos on my channel is the PSG vlog, and obviously I know we're not going to be playing teams like PSG and whatnot, but it's still disappointing in that sense. The other thing, players wise, well, that mean Bruno might want to fuck off. No European football. Personally, I don't think so. I don't think he will. I think it's like an 85-15% chance stays and goes. But I think we're getting a couple of daft away games to daft places in Europe. Will that mean Bruno will leave? I really don't know. I think it's if the right team comes in for him. I think the only team he would sign for is Real Madrid. I don't think he'd sign for PSG, and I don't see him signing for Man City. I think the only team that I'd see him signing for is Real Madrid, and there's been no links there, so I think he will be okay. Another one's obviously Alexander Isak. He's been linked away. I don't think he will go. I think he will stay put. Look, next season could be good. It could be good, but think more about on the negatives. The players could leave. It could be harder to attract players. We're getting Europe. We would have got more money to spend in the summer if we did get Europe. But on the positives, look at Newcastle when we played 1 game a week. We were 3rd at Christmas, got to Wembley by February, secured Champions League football by May, and it was probably the best season I've ever had following the tune. So looking at that from that point of view, we've got a better squad. We've got Tonali coming back. It could come good next season. I think a massive rebuild needed. I think the deadwood in the squad have got to go. The players on loan have got to go. I think we need a squad now that is capable of playing week in, week out, and where you can rotate and not be scared. The reason why we've lost games like your Lutons, your Evertons, your Bournemouths, which I'll touch on to in a second, is having like a Dubravka in goal, a crafted centre half, Jacob Murphy and one on the wing, Sean Longstaff playing in midfield, not having a consistent midfielder apart from Bruno. You've got Barnes constantly injured, you've got Lewis Hall not getting a game, you've got Dan Burn playing at the left back. There was so many stuff this season. and then why Newcastle didn't get European football, but you've got to look at the positives. If you sit here and dwell on the negatives about Newcastle not getting Europe, then it'll never come good. You've got to focus on the positives. Newcastle will have less games to play. We've seen last season how disgraceful it was with the injuries and how tough it was playing Cup, playing League, playing Champions League. In that course of October to December, it fucking broke our squad into half. So if we actually get a big enough squad, sign some good players, we could go on to potentially go for the top 3 next year. And I'm not saying that we are, it's just only a potential. If we keep the right players, sign the right players and play the right football, Newcastle could easily get top 4 again. We really could. You can see the likes of Villa dipping down of Champions League football. Liverpool are going to be big rebuild start. City only won 1 trophy last year. Man United are in a big rebuild. Chelsea are in a big rebuild. Tottenham still need a big rebuild. So many teams there need a change, and if Newcastle can do the right things and go forward, we can do well next season. But I'm sick of fans keep going, oh, it's Man City's fault why we didn't get European football, albeit it's because Man United beat one second last match week. It's got nothing to do with that whatsoever. It's to do with the whole course of the season, and I've said it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm trying to get into people's heads because people don't have a fucking clue. Newcastle didn't get Europe, right, this season because we weren't good enough in the course of the full season. You got beat at Forest at home. You got beat. You don't beat Luton Town home and away. You can't beat Bournemouth home and away. You can't beat Everton home and away. That's the reason why Newcastle United aren't sitting in European next season. That's the reason why we didn't get top 6, top 5. That's the reason. We were only, I think it was 8 points off top 4. 8 more points and we could have got 4th again. Considering the injuries and what we had this season, it's crazy. 8 points. You beat Forest at home, there's 3. You beat Luton away, there's 6. And you beat fucking Luton at home. Lose 1 point, gain 2. There's fucking 8 points. Could have got Champions League football. 3 defeats. 2 defeats and a draw. Win them 3 games, Champions League football next season. It's the fine margins that define football games and defines the league table. And this season is the greatest and the most visual source you've got. You miss out on European football for the sake of not beating Luton Town home and away. That's the reason why we didn't get European football this season. But on the course of the disappointment, you've got to look at the positives. If Newcastle can get Tonali back, if we can get some good signings in and focus on next season, it could come good again, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Just a little talk video. Obviously, I'm back on holiday. I didn't really want to do it when I'm away and I was tired travelling and all that, but I'm back home, back on the videos, back on the grind, and yeah, disappointing, but we'll have to move on to next season, I guess, and can't keep the disappointment down. We've got to just focus on next season. Make sure to leave a like, both subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one on the channel. Loads of videos going up on the channel. I've got loads of videos, ideas, even though the season's ended, so make sure to stay tuned. Leave a like, subscribe, boys. I'll see you all in the next one. Newcastle!